Hey folks, Jim Thomas here, Fitness Management and Consulting, and I appreciate you being here at the channel today. And if you've not yet done so, please hit the subscribe button. And if you enjoy the content that's presented, please hit that like button as well. Now our topic for you today, it's gym sales secrets revealed. Let's get into it. Number one on our secrets list today is sell benefits, not features. One of the common mistakes that gym salespeople make is they want to point out all the features of the gym. Here's our advanced training center. Here's our selectorized area. Here's our cardio area. These are trainers. This is our group exercise room. These are all features. What you want to get in the habit of doing is talking about the benefits of those features and how that can help solve your customer's problem. So, secret number one, sell benefits, not features. As a matter of fact, I'd give you a little bit of a homework assignment for you folks that want to do a little extra work here, is make a list of all the features in your gym. Make an exhaustive list of all the features. And then right next to that, write out about 3, 4, or 5 benefits of each feature, because again, we want to get in the habit of talking about the benefits, not the features. Number two, we want to sell to the people most likely to buy. We want to sell to the people most likely to buy. And I want to talk about this in 2 different areas. One is when we do follow-up. Generally when we're doing follow-up, there's 3 categories. You've got kind of your folks that are hot. Folks that are kind of in that buying mode right now and they're in the cycle, and we're going to get them going. And that's the ones you're working, right? And most folks do a pretty good job of that one, I think. And then in the middle, this is one of the secrets, is you got a bigger group of folks that are kind of warm, and you're working on those to make them hot. You're kind of moving them through, and then at the end you've got the ones that are cold, and you're trying to nurture them and trying to get them through the process. And you want to spend, when you look at that list, we want to stay consistent, and we want to continue to follow up with all of them, but where's the priority? It's going to be in these hot leads, and then it's going to go to the warm leads, and then eventually you'll work your way down. And so we want to work with folks that are more likely to buy. So that's one good example. It's how we choose to do follow-up. I wouldn't spend a lot of time on these cold leads if I had a lot of hot leads over here. Number 2, it's when you're in the gym and a customer comes in and we say, well, Mary, well, great, and have you ever been in our club before? Well, yeah, I was in 2 weeks ago. Mary, fantastic. Do you have enough information to go ahead and make a decision on membership? Let's find out right now. We're focused on getting people signed up. We're not focused on taking them through the process. If they're ready to buy, we don't need to do the process, okay? And so let's focus on people that are most likely to buy, because, it's not about, if we're in that sales mode, if we're closing out like that, that's really not a prospecting time, so to speak. Number 3, differentiate your gym. So now if you're a gym owner, you can differentiate it. What are you going to do that's different, from everybody else in the marketplace? And, think about that. If you're a salesperson, what can you do that's different? What about you that's different? What do you bring to the table? Why should I buy from you? Yeah, why should I buy from your gym? Certainly, we want to answer that. But you as a salesperson, why should I buy from you? What makes you so different? Get that defined, quantify it. And again, as you've heard me say before, we can't simply say, well, hey, I'm friendly. I'm going to take good care of you. How do we quantify this? What are we going to do that's so different? So make sure it's differentiation, because if you don't have true differentiation, man, you're competing with everybody out there. You're competing with apps and home workouts and other gyms. If you differentiate and you're truly doing something different, you don't have competition. It's one of the secrets. Number 4, get face-to-face. And what I mean by that is, let's don't think we're going to be selling via text, or we're going to be selling, via emails or, letters in the mail. When you're talking to somebody, your goal is to get an appointment, get them in the gym, to get them signed up, okay? Or we want to talk to them on the phone. All the other stuff is good, nothing wrong with it, but the big goal is we want to get someone sitting right here in front of us. We want to talk to them in person. That's what we're trying to do. Your odds of success are going to be so much higher if we do this. And then certainly, calling people, or even doing, video calls and things of this nature. The more of that you can do, the better. Not to say you can't do others, but too often the face-to-face and all that gets kind of pushed to the back. Number 5, focus on the second sale. So we want to get more sales. Focus on the second sale. So I've got the customer signed up. They're ready to roll. Mary, here's the question. Mary, how would you like to get your results twice as fast? And maybe now I give a personal training or some kind of group training presentation, to Mary. And so I want to focus on that second sale. Then once that's done, I'm going to walk them through, the retail area. And hey, now that you're a member, hey, let's get you some cool looking gear. Let's get you looking really good. And maybe they'll buy some retail. So don't just focus on getting the sale and being done. Continue that process, upsell it, so to speak. Okay. Mary, how would you like to get your results twice as fast? Number 6, when you're working with your folks, and whether, email, text, phone calls, in person, take the time to build rapport. And what I mean by rapport is we want to build a bridge of trust by talking about something we have in common. That's all that it is. Build a bridge of trust by talking about something we have in common. Build rapport. And what's interesting about it, we most folks do this naturally. Okay, if we meet somebody for the first time, I know when I fly into areas and we're going to do some training classes, and whoever picks me up at the airport, they'll build rapport by talking about something we have in common. Jim, how was the flight? Okay, and we'll start talking about that. Okay, gets the conversation going, gets rapport started. Okay, most people do it naturally. I think what happens sometimes, we put that sales hat on and we don't look at it quite the same, but it's the same thing. Build a bridge of trust by talking about something you have in common. Number 7, we want to be asking a broad range of questions, to our customer. I call it kind of the salesperson cheat sheet is what we call it, kind of on the back of the needs analysis. But we want to ask a broad range of questions. What we're trying to do here is find out as much about this person as we can. Because the more we're able to find out about them, the better job we can do in helping them solve their problem of losing weight, getting off medication, whatever that case might be. So ask a broad range of questions. Have it right there on your clipboard when you're taking the tour, and make sure you're going through this. Now, it's not an interrogation, by the way, okay? This is, a conversation, much like you might have with somebody at Starbucks. And then finally, keep probing, probe deeper. Ask, why. What were you doing differently then? What's the first thing you're going to do when you lose that weight? Probe deeper and deeper. Because again, the more you can understand your customer, you can understand, their history and their background and what they're thinking. And the more you know about them, the easier it's going to make this process for you. And then if you don't make the sale, well, it's going to make that follow-up that much easier. And so instead of having a lot of these cold leads over here, maybe you've got a lot more warm leads, because in that whole follow-up process, the secret isn't the hot ones. The secret is the warm ones, the ones that are continually coming through that pipeline. So this can help that as well. So gym sales secrets. Take a look at these. Which ones can you improve upon? Which ones are you not doing that you need to start? Okay, do it. You'll find you'll start making more sales, probably first day that you start doing it. So folks, my name is Jim Thomas. My company is Fitness Management and Consulting. I appreciate you being here at the channel today. Hope you all have a great day.